As a chronic overthinker, there are very few moments in life where I've made decisions based on gut feeling alone. But in 2013, I did, and it was one of the best I've ever made. It was my year 2 classroom. We were all sat on the carpet, as we always did, gazing curiously at this visitor sat before us. This visitor happened to be the first of my 3 cello teachers. Our year 2 teacher turned to us and said, "Okay, class, today this kind lady is going to demonstrate the cello for us." And so she began to play. I don't remember this well. I mean, I was 7 and I'm 19 now, so it's foggy. But as I watched her play this gorgeous instrument, I felt a feeling I'd never felt before. At the end of her short demonstration, my year 2 teacher said, "So who wants to play the cello?" Now, being the excited kids we were, obviously everyone put their hands up, but for me it was different. When I put my hand up, I knew it was something I had to do. It's a moment in my life where I truly believe in destiny. I personally believe that an instrument is similar to a wand in Harry Potter. You know, how the wand chooses the wizard. I believe that the cello found me. So, later that year, in September, I started my journey as a cellist. Now, when I started learning cello, I did lessons with 2 other girls and a boy. The boy left after a week of playing cello. One of the other girls left after about a month. And the last girl left a few months before the end of the year. Meanwhile, I have been playing the cello for nearly 12 years now, and I don't ever intend on stopping. It's been a really long journey. I've learned a lot, and I thought, why not share my advice and my experiences for any beginner or possibly future cellists out there. Or, you know, even if you just want to learn a bit about the cello or laugh at some silly stories, all is welcome.
Keep practicing your instrument. All these problems we fix if you're just practiced. Go practice! Practice.
Please subscribe and practice.
Practice, practice. Practice. It's time to practice. You need to go practice. Practice.
I know. You're probably sick of hearing this. It's what everyone says. I'm sorry, but it's true. You don't just get told the magical secrets of playing an instrument and you're just, Yo-Yo Ma level of playing cello. It just doesn't work that way. You have to practice. Go practice right now. I just did before recording this. What have you done? Practice is incredibly important because by practicing consistency, what you're doing is building up muscle memory. There'll be sections of pieces that you just can't seem to get, and it's painful every time you play it. But I promise you, if you stick at it with frequent, intentional practice, don't just avoid those passages because they're hard, you will see that it starts to click. Suddenly, you don't have to think about it, you just shift and it's there. Can't say that it will always go well, you have bad days, you have good days, but if you don't practice at all, you'll never get better. I'm gonna hold your hand when I say this. Metaphorically, of course. Consent is important. Unconscious people don't want tea. Believe me, I didn't want to hear this either, but you need to learn your scales. You need to practice them. I get it. You sit down to practice and you want to play that new exciting piece, desperate to get good at it as quick as you can. But before you do any practice, you need to warm up. It's like exercising. You're using the muscles in your hands and your arms, and you need to warm them up before you go straight into it, otherwise it's just gonna be painful, it's not gonna flow. But also, they help you to learn any piece in the world. Think of scales as like the ingredients to the recipe that is the piece you're trying to learn. Every piece has a key, and each key has a scale that corresponds to that. By knowing that scale, you're making your life so much easier because the patterns in the scale will often appear in the piece. Sometimes, I'm going to let you in a secret, composers can be lazy. They will just put in a full scale. And if you know that scale, job done. So, I know they're tedious, I know they're boring. No one likes them, but they're gonna make your life a lot easier. The better you know a piece of music, the easier it will be to learn it. Think about your favorite songs. You know exactly how it's supposed to sound. Your brain has digested those rhythms, so you don't even have to think about it when you're singing along to it. Let's go! The same comes with a piece. You get more familiar with how the intervals are supposed to sound. So when you're practicing, you're able to hear that your pitch is slightly off. And that way you can adjust to sound like what you remember. What's helped me get rhythms the most is just listening deeply to recordings over and over and again, so I can just feel the rhythm rather than calculate it. I don't know how useful this advice is for everyone, but it's something that I know really helps me. And I think it's just good practice to listen to recordings, even just to get inspiration on how to express your piece when you get to that point. No one knows what a cello is. In my 11 years of playing the cello, I've had people call my instrument various things. The most forgivable one, I guess, is the case confusion. Oh, I didn't know you played the guitar. There is a fair difference in size and shape, but with my soft case that I used to have, it's understandable, I guess. Then there's the one that causes genuine pain to every cellist. Why do we hear it so many times? I actually play the cello. Oh, that's like, I swear to God if I hear those damn two words. Big violin, isn't it? Why are we still here? Just to suffer. Why has this happened again? What's even the point? Why do I bother? Maybe they're right. Maybe I should just quit. Maybe it is just a violin. Then am I? Do I play a cello? Now, I could go on a massive tangent explaining all the differences there are between a cello and a violin, but I'll just give you this diagram. Spread the message, please. To this day, though, this one genuine conversation I had with someone sticks in my mind. I just can't fathom it. Oh wow, the cello! Right, isn't that like a flute? I just want to know how, why, where, you know? Now, real OGs will recognize this segment from an old comic I made, which blew up on the Ling Ling 40 Hours subreddit. The thought of performing used to absolutely terrify me, but now, while I still get performance nerves, everyone does, I mostly just feel excitement towards it, and I will take any opportunity I can get. But I don't think I would have started playing solo if it weren't for a little encouragement. It was my first ever A-level music lesson, and my music teacher asked to see me and my classmate at the end. He asks both of us if we'd be up to performing for an awards evening, something like 2 weeks later. My first reaction to this was panic, terror. I'm not prepared, I can't do it. But then, a few hours later, it started to sink in. He wanted me to play. He thought my GCSE performance was good. So, against all my anxieties, I decided I would do it. So, I went to rehearsals, which I remember being deathly ill for. Thankfully, on the day of the performance, I was healthy. But I was absolutely shitting myself. But I remember feeling so encouraged that day, so loved. A lot of my friends were at this awards evening, receiving awards because they're awesome people and they deserve it. I really appreciated them being there. As we waited, I got to sit with my 2 music teachers, and I remember us having just a really nice conversation. It was nice to just talk to them and not think about the terrifying performance. Very quickly, the time came. I was bricking it. But I managed to get over those nerves, focus on the music I was playing. I played this piece called Oriental by César Sui. César Sui? I don't know how you pronounce it, I'm terribly sorry. And it had this really cool ending where it fades slowly into basically nothing. And I remember feeling pretty good about it, but mostly just relief that I'd gotten through it without horribly messing up. There was a short moment of silence, and then... And I just remember feeling this buzz as I got off stage. I was beaming in the little back room that I'd kept my case. My music teachers came in and they were both really excited and they were saying, "Oh, well done, that was so good." It was just the best feeling, and I was like, why haven't I done this more? And this day ended in a way that I can only describe as like the ending to an anime episode. My music teacher, who we'll call Mr. Sondheim, because he loves Stephen Sondheim, he had his fist out. And I remember my brain just kind of malfunctioning. I was still in this buzz, so I don't think my brain was working properly. And then I realised he was putting his fist up for a fist bump. So I fist bumped him, and then I left into the sunset. This honestly might be the biggest thing I've learned in quite recent years, actually, of playing. By having this mindset shift, everything changed. I think a lot of musicians go through this where they're trying to play a piece and they're worried about getting every note right, get the timings exact, get everything in tune, making it sure it is exactly as it is written. But you will never ever do it perfectly. There's always going to be mistakes in your performance. And actually, the more you worry about getting things right when you're performing, the more you're going to fumble and mess it up. Really, all you have to do is enjoy it. The more confident you seem playing, the more the audience is going to enjoy it with you. Embracing the mistakes, laughing them off, enjoying your music, you're just going to have a better time. You know, you won't look back on the performance going, "Oh, that was awful." You'll just go, "I enjoyed that." And by enjoying it, you're more relaxed, so things are actually more likely to go well. Being a cellist is super practical and not at all inconvenient. Don't you love a Wednesday when you have orchestra, PE, and art all on one day? Here you are, loaded up like a pack horse as always, looking like a tortoise, wheezing because bonus, you have asthma. Every doorway seems too small, and despite the enormous size of your instrument, some kids still can't seem to see it and run straight into it. And performing isn't any easier. And here we have the wild cellist, setting up for her performance. She awkwardly stumbles on stage, carrying far too much in her hands. She lays her end-pin stopper on the ground, then her cello. She attempts to put her sheet music on the stand, but oh no, it has fallen. She looks like an idiot. Now, this moment we witness here is the most awkward eternity a cellist will live, as the audience waits in painstaking silence as she attempts to set up with some ounce of dignity. Finally, after adjusting her endpin far too many times, she is ready. I really miss my cello teacher. That's it. That's all. No, but besides being the loveliest human on the earth, she always knew how to solve any music problem I was facing. And often what helped me most was just finding a new pattern of fingering to play. Maybe you just need to shift a bit earlier, or play it on a different string. The amazing thing about a stringed instrument is there's so many ways you can play the same note. Why not just find the one that's best for you? When I was younger, I used to complain about the boring parts that we'd get as cellists in our school orchestra. As we're bass instruments, we were always stuck with the curse of the semi-breathes, or we'd end up breaking our fingers from playing an entire piece in pits. But I've learned to just enjoy whatever part I get, because there is really nothing like playing with an orchestra or any group of people. It's this like electric feeling you feel with everyone. You're all united as this one thing. It's really hard to describe unless you've experienced it yourself, which I'm saying you must do. If you play an instrument, go find some people to play with. Join an orchestra, join a choir, join a band. Do it. Please. It's the best feeling. I could go on about this for days. It's the best feeling in the world, and I'm feeling lost without it. The cello really just is the best instrument. It's amazing because it has such a versatile range. It's said to be the closest instrument to the human voice because it has this very rich, warm sound that is perfectly suited to those gorgeous, like, tug at heartstrings pieces, creating really strong emotion. But also, you can play really dark pieces that sound really powerful or maybe even creepy sometimes. And then, of course, you've got your upbeat Mozart-esque pieces, perfect for your tea parties. But it's not just classical music that sounds incredible on the cello. Take Two Cellos as an example. They're incredible. If you haven't seen them, they create covers of pop, rock, even heavy metal songs. Do I agree with some of their choices as people? No. But they are very talented. My personal favourite covers they've done are Smooth Criminal, especially the one they did on Glee with Naya Rivera. Iconic. Thunderstruck, that's awesome. And Wake Me Up, which was one of my favourite songs as a kid, but sounds even cooler in cello. And finally, never, ever give it up. There will be many challenging days. Times where you feel like you're just never gonna get it. There'll be performances that make you cry yourself to sleep. Not talking from experience at all. But I know you will get there. And all of it is worth it. The wonderful people that I've gotten to meet, the countless memories I've made, and just the beautiful escape that is playing the cello. Now, there's a lot more stories I want to share in future videos, but I hope you've enjoyed this. And if you could only take one thing from this video, please, please let it be this. It is not a big violin. It's a cello. Now go practice. Wait, is that copyright? Are Twoset gonna sue me? Twoset, I love you, please don't sue me. Actually, if you're seeing this, like, collab? Yes? Yes, collab. Come on, fellow string player. Yeah? No, that would actually be a dream. I'd cry. I'd actually cry. I'd probably cry. In private. Hopefully. They'd just be so much fun to talk to. Yeah. Twoset? Please? You know what? Let's manifest it, guys. One day, there is going to be an Aluna Twosetviolin collab. We're putting it out to the universe. Yes. Please, that would be so cool. Oh my god. Let's not be Delulu, but also, like, maybe Delulu is the Salulu. Eleanor, we're rambling. We're rambling? We're rambling. Let's shut up. Bye.